Good morning, my fine feathered hiker friends. This is Little Hike Mike, and as you can see, I'm out on a little walk around my neighborhood. Actually, I'm on a little hike. I'd like to welcome you all to the year 2021. And also, as the video continues today, I'd like to look back on the year 2020 and all the hikes that I did. I looked back through my photo library yesterday and found that I had made a lot of videos and I have got a lot of pictures. And a lot of them were on hikes. But what I want to do is do a little reflection of the year 2020 and show you all with 5 or 6 or 7 clips of the many hikes that I took in the year 2020, in spite of what was considered to be a bad and even restrictive year to do any hiking whatsoever. But anyway, I hope you like it, and I hope you look forward to the year 2021. And I'd like to wish all my fine feathered hiking friends a great year. And also, I'd like to thank all those who have decided to subscribe to my channel. And anybody that hasn't subscribed yet and they like what they see, just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I promise you I have a lot more coming up in the year 2021. So take a seat, look back on the year 2020, and keep watching. Oh yeah, along the way, I'm going to be sharing some of my thoughts about the essence of hiking. I hope you like that too. Maybe it is me finally coming to this realization, a realization that more experienced hikers had to come to, and I am now just arriving at it. But this notion I am about to expand on came from my wife. One day she, who is really not an avid hiker like myself, asked me, "Why do I hike?" When you ask anyone the question why they do anything, they might tell you what is behind their actions. They might tell you what is going on in their mind that is motivating them to do whatever it is that they are doing. So I told my wife a few things briefly, but later, as I pondered her question, I was really not satisfied with my answer to her and had to think about it some more. What is it about hiking that draws people like us to it? What is its essence? What is the essence of anything? Essence, philosophically speaking, and as described in a dictionary, is the true nature of, the true substance of, and or the constitution of anything. So what is the essence of hiking? As my thoughts dwelt on this question, I began to consider what I could impart unto my fellow hikers, campers, and woodsmen for a new year. I wanted to try to capture a philosophical, common essence of our activity that somehow I can put into meaningful words. You could call it a common denominator of what we all share. It is what makes it a community. Those of you who have devoted some amount of time, energy, and money to hiking sooner or later discover this common denominator, this essence we all enjoy and can't get enough of. You could say we are addicted. This sort of addiction could very well be of a physical nature, meaning that because of this physical nature, our bodies produce hormones that become addictive. So the physical activity of hiking now is a balm so soothing
that we yearn for more and more. My wife calls it an obsession, also compulsive. But I like to use the good definition. I am being compelled by the trail. It speaks to me.
Action shot. How to ford a creek without getting wet.
I'll tell you what, if I fall, that doesn't go in the video. I don't give you permission to.
We got all our rain gear on, ready to go. You mind if I get you on video as you're driving?
Not at all.
Okay. Say hello.
How are you doing?
And Jill is back there anxiously awaiting
Yes.
the departure of our trip. Angel! Is that a kiosk for Mountain to see?
No, so you can start right here and go that way.
Okay.
So what is this essence we all thirst for? What is hiking's true inward nature, its true substance and constitution? These are some of my thoughts about hiking's essence that I believe are common to all hikers. The first word that comes to my mind is escape. Admit it, we are all escaping or running away from something. What is this something we are all escaping from? Everyone is living in sameness. You know, same old, same old. What I mean is every day you wake up and are faced with some sort of routine that you have to deal with every day. For me, it's yard work, home upkeep, honey-do lists, going to the doctor, you know, the things we retired people do. To many, it could be to escape the mundane routine of a job, a messy relationship that you won't or can't deal with. It might be responsibilities. For many, it is a yearning for something different. This is mine. I am retired from the mundane aspects of a job, and I did not want to fall into the typical retirement activity. I was asking myself, now that I have all this time, what should I do with it? I needed something physical, so I selected hiking to redeem the time. First, I started walking, then walking in parks and trails. As I gained strength, I walked longer and farther. Then I started to camp overnight. First one night, then two. The next thing I knew, I was long distance through hiking. Wow.
It's about 3:30, and we've got another 2.5.
Hikers can't deny the activity's physical essence. Our mind wills our body to move forward towards a certain camping area or mountain view, all the time striving and mustering the energy to reach these goals. Putting one foot before the other for a long period of time is a physical challenge, and definitely felt. The pain is bittersweet. Often we hike through overwhelming pain. Your body is reeling and talks to you. Then it screams at you. What are you doing? Then when you finally rest, your mind tells you thank you and reminds you of the rewards of your effort. Your brain is now releasing the necessary ingredients and sending them to the places along the circulation system that needs restoration. It is just that these ingredients don't get there fast enough. The more you hike, the more your muscles and joints are toned, and the longer you can hike. you can now claim this physical essence of hiking.
State Park is up that way too. Check closer. Once you look at the building, see it.
All in the time we hike, we are previewing our surroundings, and we are in wonderment of what we see, hear, and smell. In this essence of wonderment, our mind churns hundreds and thousands of thoughts. We are thinking about ourselves, our relationships, and our ability in relation to what surrounds us. Trail conditions, terrain, animal and plant life, wind, snow, rain. Deep in thought, we have questions about our lives, our purpose, our loved ones. Often it goes back to what we are escaping or running from. Our remote proximity away from civilization places us at the mercy of the natural world. We wonder about this natural world. We see trees, plants, and animals, and we have respect and reverence in their life. Man, in an environment that is not welcoming, the inhabitants of the woods run from us as if we are there to harm them. But hikers know we are not there to harm them, but they don't. They wish we weren't there. They have seen too much of their kind vanish, so they are fearful. We too are fearful of them, most of us not understanding of them. We might be wondering about this trail's history, the significance of its name. How has this environment deteriorated over time with deforestation, hunting, and settlement? What could it have been like if we could have transported ourselves to a more primitive prehistoric time to see around these same exact coordinates? And how this trail came to be? Whose feet have tread where ours have? And even what might have traversed on it to make it what it is today? Was this trail one of the very first interstates for commerce? Was this a game trail or a horse trail to begin with? Was it blazed to get from village to village? Or did our predecessors just want to explore and get to the top? Well, we definitely want to get to the top, and we wonder, when will this trail level off? When we get to the top and a place where there is a distant view,
There's supposed to be a visitor center.
whose eyes gazed upon this same vast landscape? And what were their thoughts? Were they in the same endless wonderment?
This is the Neuse River, letting a lot of water out of Falls Lake right now because of all the rain we've had. There are some rapids here. That's where they're letting the water out. There.
Another part of hiking that all of us has at some point along the way, and perhaps may even have caused a dilemma, is fear. Although most of the things we fear about hiking are often exaggerated, they are still very real. The only way to deal with these fears is to hike through them. We have all had to put ourselves in a position that forces us to deal with them if we are to become mature hikers. Only you know what your fears are, but many are common to us all. Here are a few that I have had to deal with. Hiking alone. To an avid hiker, they must have dealt with solo hiking. When the urge hits you to hike, often none of your hiking friends can accompany you. So you have to decide, am I going on this adventure by myself or not? Here is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, or you could say, where the hiking shoe hits the trail. The first couple of times faced with this dilemma is hard. But as you recall, when you went forward and following through with your hike, this fear began to subside. Why? Because you have learned how to deal with it. You have adapted. Other fears include getting lost, getting too cold, or even hot, not having enough to eat or drink, getting injured on the hike. I'm sure that you can come up with a few more. Each one of these fears do have a way around them, but you have to overcome them. This is the nature of hiking. Hiking must be fun, right? Where is the essence of fun in hiking? I'll start with research. Who within range of viewing this YouTube video has not looked at hundreds of other YouTube videos or subscribed to blogs and magazines to gain knowledge of how the other guy is doing it? Fun, right? How about shopping for the gear? You know, REI, Moose Jaw, Amazon, eBay, and many more. Then finally pulling the trigger to buy. Fun, right? Then there is the testing of your gear. And even better is talking gear with your hiking buddies. Then there is the gear you bought and discover you should have bought something better because the gear you did buy did not do the job you thought it would. Fun, right? And finally, there are those pieces of gear you do DIY. Fun, right? You have to be really careful here because you could spend too much time researching and not leave enough time for actually doing those things you bought the gear for, like hiking. But here are a few more fun things. Planning a hike, anticipating the packing of your pack, logistics, navigation, maps, GPS, Garmin InReach, shuttle rides. What am I leaving out? Food for your hike and water resources. What's the weather going to be like? What is my contingency plan? You name it. It's all fun.
Oh, somebody. Oh, what?
stop at this shelter up here. Can you make it till there? Feathered hiker friends. That's my tag. We are almost to Asheville, North Carolina, and we are on our way to Clingman's Dome. Actually, we're going to be there tomorrow morning.
Visiting Mark of America.
So this is Newfound Gap Road, and we're going all the way up to the tower. Hey, my fine feathered hiker friends, it's Little Hike Mike. We are navigating, hiking up the Clingman's Dome Trail from the parking lot. The MST.
Looking good.
Hey everybody, we're at campsite number 53. There's favor.
Alright, this is a little big hike down the Little Deep Creek. Alright.
That's all that mossy rock right there. This is really a nice one. Nicer than the ones we've been on. Again, got a picnic table. Great. Folks, we are at campsite number 57. Somebody's living under there. One of those little Smurfs.
Yeah. Alright.
Nice bridge. Looks kind of new. We are climbing up out of Deep Creek Trail. And I'm not sure what trail we're on. I'll display it. But it's a big climb. Friends, we are on the Mingus Creek Trail, which is coming into Mingus Mill area. We are on the final stretch. We have arrived at Mingus Mill.